This is an advanced digital marketing course by Go Digital, and in this one, we will understand the different stakeholders in the search results and search engine optimization, and we understand it as a game. So, in a game, there are two or more players interacting with each other, trying to win over the other. So, let's look at who are the main stakeholders or the players in this game. The most important player is the Google itself, the search engine. We will not talk about other search engines because they are so small in terms of percentage of ownership. Google is the ringmaster. He sets the rules and he tries to win the whole game. And also because he makes the money from this efforts. And then the second stakeholder are the users who are kind of the customers for the Google. Google make money from their users, from the users who are searching on the search result, and Google needs to provide the most relevant search results to keep the users engaged, to keep the lead in the search engine, because from the users it gets the ad money. So these are the two most important players in this field. Google and the user searching for some terms. And then comes the third most important player. These are the websites and the biz owners who wanting or want trying to be ranked higher for a certain keyword. Because Google is dependent upon those contents that are available. And then there's an intra playing field between the different websites trying to fight with each other, trying to rank higher. And only one of the first 10 will come into the first page. So it's a tough field for those website owners or biz owners to rank higher. Now there are other two fair players, and that's where the fourth player comes in. And that is the SEO expert, search engine optimization expert, who pretend or who try or who do help website rank higher in the search results. It's important if you are an SEO expert, you need to understand not only that you are trying to make a website rank higher in a website, but you also need to keep in mind that there is a search engine, which is a Google, who would allow you to come to the top only if it wants to, only if it thinks that your website is worth coming in the top for the users. And if it's not, it will tweak its algorithm, it will do something. Google is over smart, it will do something to not allow you. So in other words, if you are an SEO expert, you have to play according to the Google's rules. If you try to play your game wrong, then after some period of time, you get out of the play game. You are out. And then there's a fifth one that we call the black hat SEO. Even though it's not a stakeholder, it is still a fringe element. And we need to understand that, because only if we understand that, we can try to avoid those mistakes. The SEO guys are kind of the bad guys in this whole scenario, and they are short term, get quick rich, and they do work sometimes and many times. What they do is they create a website or help some website to rank higher quickly, even if it's for a short time. So, including me, there are many people who have tried that, and most of the time it fails. It may work sometime, and even in those short period of time, they can make some good money for by some other way. So we'll understand it in the next page, and let's try to look at these whole things from each of these one by one. So the Google loves good sites because it is its duty to bring the good websites in the top of the search result, because that's how it gets the faith of the users who will be using it. So Google has to make a list of the authority sites, list of the good sites that it will promote to the users. And that comes the next part. If you try to over optimize a website for SEO using keyword tricks or whatever other tricks, and if it is not useful to the users, over the period of time, Google will tweak its algorithm, Google will try to change its algorithm, and Google will make you pay the price for it. So if you are doing an optimized Google SEO optimization, that has to come hand in hand with the improvement in the website. If these two works together, you are will do better in the terms of time. If the quality of the website is poorer and your search engine optimization efforts are higher, there is a gap, and Google will penalize anytime that gap exists. So you must understand and play the game according to the way Google wants you. And Google especially hates the black hats, and he makes them pay heavy. It can even go to just blacklist the website, so it will never ever come into the search result or at all. Or it can penalize them so heavy that they will rank in like 100th place. So the black hats do work for some time, but if you are working on a very important website, a big owner, then you need to be very careful about it. So let's take a look at the things from the business or a website owner. What happens is, if you are a business owner, you don't have that much either a time or a knowledge or experience or an expertise, because you have not worked on hundreds of websites to get an experience to know what works better. And that's where you are lured easily by the SEO expert who promise that you will rank higher, you will get more business, you will get more traffic, so on and so forth. Because the SEO words have at least seen this field. They know that how the website, what are the different kinds of website, how some of them rank higher, how some of them rank lower. So you get the services of those SEO experts. They do work to an extent, but the problem happens is if the SEO over optimization exceeds the quality of the website that it is supposed to. And that's when, in wrong hands, the SEO expertise or the SEO words can go wrong, and it can go really horrible. The third key player, the SEO or the digital marketing expert, what do? They help the website fix the errors so that they can rank for the terms that they want to rank. If there are some real errors in the website related to the keyword, related to the content, related to the quality, related to the other things, then they help them first on the on page. We have talked about another different things on the on page SEO and things like that. Another important thing that an SEO expert do is they measure the quality of the website. There are ways to measure the quality of the website by using Google Analytics. They set up those analytics, and they keep observing that the quality of the website improves, and then they apply other techniques of the search engine optimization thing. They create a web strategy that will make that website or the business website helpful to the users. So it will, they keep working so that that website gets more engaging, more useful, so on and so forth, and they measure that their effort to do. They need to take a special care so that they do not commit the errors, and they make sure that the website do not get penalized by the Google for over optimization or for different types of things. Some of the methods that the SEO experts do, they go wrong, they do really go wrong, and they can drone the whole business. Especially if you are a very big business, the whole website can just collapse. And that's very, very hard to come back after that. It may be okay if you are a very small website, you do some petty things. You don't care if your website goes down or anything. But if you're really a good e-commerce website, doing things wrong can be very, very horrible for you. Now the black hat, the guy, that's another key player in this whole scenario. And Google, we know that it hates them. They get really, really quick web traffic. What they do sometimes is, for example, that's only one example. They create the website using automatic methods. They will run a script that will generate hundreds of pages literally in few or a spread of maybe a month of time. And then and then you will use, for example, the keyword tricks, so they will get in the top of the Google web page for those keywords. Now Google initially has no idea of what the content inside that website is, so that it does rank them initially higher. But very soon it finds that the Google finds that these are like scam website or not a good quality website, and then penalize them. But the black hat guy, it rinse and repeat the same thing with the new websites. And then they keep doing it over and over and again and again. They are successful to an extent, to some extent, for short-term website, but it's really, really very dangerous for established businesses or for established websites who wants to stay in the market for a very, very long time. I did not cover another page on this from the perspective of a user who is another free player, and the user is the most important because he wants the results, and that's the user is the one, whether it's a black hat guy, the SEO person, the web business owner, or the Google, all four needs to take care of. I hope this understanding helps you in understanding all the key players in the whole SEO game, and helps you better understand, align your activities along these things. So thanks for taking a look.